Hi, welcome back to another video, and in this one it's retro rewind time, and we are looking at Mille Miglia, which is a PlayStation 1 title. So this is an emulated version of it you're looking at here, and effectively what it attempts to do is recreate the Mille Miglia, which I'm probably pronouncing horribly wrong there. But effectively, it's an Italian road race from the 20s, 30s, 40s and 50s, run on open roads, long sections, long distance, and attempts to recreate that. So it was run purely on public roads, hideously, ludicrously dangerous speeds, in cars that weren't really suitable for those speeds, and it was wonderfully insane. Wouldn't happen nowadays for fairly obvious reasons. So, being a PlayStation title, there's obviously some limitations in terms of what they're able to do with this. So, you're not going to get the entire race length recreated in here, and I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting that to happen. What they've done instead, and quite sensibly, is they've chopped it up into kind of about 10 stages, and you run these as laps effectively. So it kind of gives you a feel for it by breaking it up into separate stages, and I can kind of understand the reason for doing that. Doesn't look too bad from a stage perspective. You've then got, about 15 cars, 14, 15 cars, 3 of which are locked to begin with and have to be opened, and they're broken down into various age categories. So you've got the 1920s to 30s, you've got 30s to 40s, 40s to 50s, and the 50s, and they're breaking down into 3 categories off the back of that. Quite a wide range across those. So you've got some Alfa Romeos, BMWs, Ferraris, Bugattis, Jags, Lancias, Mercs, Porsches, and a little Fiat 500, as I mentioned earlier. And the cars are, for PlayStation, reasonably well modelled, so everything so far seems good. Then you play it, and quite frankly, it made me want to gouge my own eyes out. It doesn't play well at all. It's kind of stuck as to whether it wants to be an arcade title or a simulation title. Obviously, I use that term in reference to PlayStation 1 titles such as Gran Turismo, TOCA, etc. And it falls into a really unhappy middle ground between the two. The controls are overly twitchy, and never felt intuitive to me at all. There's massive disparity between the cars. So, in the 50s you can take out a Fiat 500 if you want, but it's absolutely pointless doing so, being honest with you, because you're going to get absolutely murdered by everything else on the stages. You're up against Mercedes-Benz 300 SLs, Ferrari 250 GTs, Porsche 550 Spiders. You've got absolutely no hope whatsoever. So, and with no ability to tune the cars, it becomes completely pointless. The fact that the twitchy controls are compounded by the fact that if you even so much as touch another car or touch the side of the road, you are slowed down hideously, and to be able to stand even a remote chance of winning, you need to put in a perfect lap every single lap after lap, because that's what the AI are going to do, and it just ends up, being perfectly honest, being really frustrating. I'm sure if you can find a friend and do some head-to-head on it, that might be quite entertaining, but as it goes, it doesn't win on the handling side of things from a fun perspective at all. So it really doesn't shine in that regard whatsoever. And then there's the sounds. The sounds are, oh god, just horrible. I mean, I know we're talking the original PlayStation here, but everything, and I do mean everything, just sounds like a really tappety ice cream van that's on its last legs. Just not pleasant at all. So it's reasonably pretty to look at. It's got a really interesting car list on it. It genuinely has, despite the fact that there are some duplicates in there, but it's a really interesting little list. It's a interesting concept. It's a kind of an event and a time period that very rarely is touched by racing games. So I was looking forward to this and hoping it was going to be good, and unfortunately massively let down. So yeah, that's my retro rewind review of Mille Miglia for the original PlayStation. Please let me know if you played it down below in the comments. If you have a different view, please feel free to let me know your thoughts on it. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button, and if you want to see more content like this, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when new content gets uploaded. Thanks very much.